Yes, we're here. Second installment of The Truth About Marriage. So yesterday we did the first paragraph, today is the second paragraph. As I say, this will take years, but worth doing because we're talking about, well, actually we're just talking about our marriage and how we survived 50 years, which doesn't mean that you'll be able to do the same thing because we are really amazing. So, second paragraph. Oh,
How do we become so disappointed with love? Do we expect too much of love, believing it to always be accepting, kind and pleasant? I don't think it is. Love can be harsh, unpredictable and difficult, and we definitely don't get everything our own way. Just look at the small things we get upset about. Dishwasher loaded the wrong way. Dirty underwear strewn over the chair in the bedroom.
It's got to be you.
Toothpaste spittle on sink.
Oh, definitely you.
Stinky garbage not taken out on garbage day. And over the years, it's not even household stuff that's a problem. An eye roll, a shrug, a shady tone can set the marital fire alarm ringing. That's it, baby.
I've put too much vodka in this glass. Right.
You should have had wine.
So what is that? Yes, you're drinking and I'm not. What does that tell you about the marriage?
It's been a hell of a day,
hell of a day. We've got to look here.
All right.
Not over by
I'm
there.
svelting as well. I'm svelting in here in the kitchen. It's very hot. I had a bath before.
Ah, that's the
And
killer.
I got very warm, very hot now in the bath.
You have to cool down and walk around for at least half an hour to cool down.
Right, I had it too late, but...
Had it too late and too hot.
You know, the other problem
That's our sex life.
about this... You know that little, you got the taps and then you got the little outlet thing. This bath is too low. Like the water is only like that high and then there's the outlet thing. So I have to stuff things in the outlet thing.
There's no answer to that. Right. Very good.
Yes. Anyway, we're talking about difficult things that
No, we're just talking about, aren't we talking about normal things?
Yes,
we
are.
We try to make out that love is this, fairy story tale thing.
Like Lady Diana and Prince Charles, and look what happened there.
I was going to say, that's not really a good example. But it isn't a fairy tale, it's real hard life. Seriously, you've got to live with each other. You're not me and I'm not you.
I'm so easy to live with. What's hard about living with me?
Yes.
I'm a little fairy.
You're a little something.
Princess. So easygoing. You gotta know. That's the funny thing is, I'm not sure I would want to be married to me.
Well, me as well. I mean, I'm a total. I'm really not mentally fit to be 72 years of age.
When you say that, you've been saying that a lot recently. What do you mean when you say you're not mentally fit?
Well, because I do stupid things
like
all
what?
the time.
Give me one.
Oh, all the time. Saying inappropriate things to everybody, right?
What was the last inappropriate thing that you said?
I can't remember.
No, I can't remember.
But I'm just like an idiot. I'm like a 12-year-old.
Did you say something inappropriate when you went to pick up our online order for breakfast today?
Oh, probably because I know the girls there and we were chatting, so I'll have said something ridiculous.
Oh, that's true. No, actually, you didn't say anything different, but you did come home with your fly open.
Oh my God, yes. I can't... That's because I'm 72. I can't remember to pull the fly up. I was wondering why they were smiling and winking at me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
But,
yes.
Back to the story of the
right.
paragraph.
The paragraph.
Tell us what you think. You.
How do we become so disappointed with love?
Because we don't.
Well, people do. I mean, people do. That's why they get divorced. Because they get married, they fall in love, they get married, and then something happens.
Time.
And then they just end up being disappointed, right?
Well, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, assuming the 50% get divorced, there must be some disappointment going on. But I don't know. I mean, you and I don't. We're talking about our marriage.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm terribly
disappointed
in you.
Well, I know that. But have I been disappointed in you?
Ooh.
Well, I'm sure over the 50 years, yes, I have. But it's like,
Shock.
you know what I mean? It's like nothing.
Right.
Now, if I was disappointed with you every day, in every way,
Right.
oof, then there's a real problem. But we're doing very well with that because, again, it isn't a fairy tale, it's work, right?
I never liked that. You know, we used to do these, we used to, before coronavirus.
Before the
So
virus.
we'd do these speaking engagements, and there we would be, you know, there'd be 300, 500 hundreds of people out there in the audience, and then Jeff would talk about this, about, you know, marriage is a struggle and it's hard work, and then everybody would look at me thinking, my God, what the hell's she doing that it's such hard work?
Exactly, yes, the truth will out.
I just don't...
No, I'm talking about you have to work at... It is not a fairy tale, right? Hello?
Well, true, it isn't, but...
I know you don't really work at it much. You just say whatever you feel like whenever you feel like it. But for the rest of us, we have to live with ourselves, right?
Yeah, I just don't like this idea that we've got one life to live, you get married and you have to work at it really hard. I mean, who the hell wants that? Don't get married. I mean,
Oh,
really,
definitely don't. What?
Don't get married if you have to work at it really hard.
Oh, God. Well, you're taking it out of... Again,
Yes,
taken out of context to what I was saying,
yes.
that life is not a fairy tale. It's not supposed to be this, easy, not having to do much, rolling along, everything is wonderful, the garden's rosy, it never rains, never snows, it's all wonderful. It's not true, right?
Right.
Would you agree with that?
Sometimes you have smelly breath, and sometimes I have smelly breath.
Right. And that's another example. Wasn't quite what I was looking for, but there we are.
But mainly I wake up in the mornings glad that you're there, happy that you're there, and not wanting somebody else to be there. So,
Some mornings you don't. Oh, you are such a liar. Sorry, I'm just positioning myself again.
Your flies are up though, right?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
I guess so.
Of course, but why do you say guess so? You wake up sometimes and look at me and go, what?
Oh well, no. This is a really good point that you bring up, because it's never about you. It's always about, if I wake up in the morning not happy, it's because I'm not happy with myself. It's got nothing to do
Always.
with you.
Always.
But I might look at you and think it's your fault.
Of course.
But I know that it isn't. So
No, she doesn't.
no,
It
I
is
think
my
that's
fault.
why maybe, you know, people get married and then they get married again and wonder why it's never working, because it is all about ourselves, isn't it?
That's all we've got. All I've got is me and how I cope with you. How do I put up with you?
Oh, Mr. G, you're going to pay for this later. I can tell you
The frying pan
that.
on
My
the-
God,
yes.
you're digging yourself a big hole.
I always
You
do.
will never get out of this hole.
Look at it, plunking the wine again. Anyway, here, because of the virus, of course, we've got nothing else to do, but we're trapped in the house. And the fact is that we work together, we live together, we sleep together, we are together 24/7. So we have to work it out. We have to communicate. We have to accept all the things that are really hard to do. We have to listen. We have to, what else? We have to listen, accept, communicate, be prepared to compromise. All of the things that nobody really wants to do, you have to do.
You know, it's funny because I was talking to my eldest daughter this morning, and she was talking about something. Now, often what I've done is I want to step in and fix everything if I think there's a problem or she's not happy about something or whatever. But this morning, and she's told me this before, like, just, Mom, could you just listen to me? I really don't want to be fixed. There's nothing, I just want to... And I did it this morning. I just listened, and it was great, because what I realised is there was actually nothing that I had to do except listen. So I
Right.
don't know why we say actually it's so hard to listen, because...
Well, it is hard to listen because we want to give advice. she starts to say something that triggers in you, oh yeah, I've been through that. So what you need to do now, darling, is to do this, and it's no good because nobody accepts advice unless they ask for it. And it's a hard one to remember and learn. Just listen, let them speak, let them get it off their chest. And because she was saying that to me, that the work is driving, and I'm just saying, yes, you're right, it is. Yeah, okay. And just let it go. Everything is fine. But I can't say that to her. So I go, yeah, And that's all she wants. She just wants me to listen to her story. Because it's all stories that we're telling each other all the time. And that's all it is. Once she's told it, then she gets back to being fun again.
Yes.
She's not pushing it down and holding on to it. We're allowing her to express herself and talk.
Mr. J, you're so intelligent.
You are such a little twerp. Right.
No, I've noticed this. If I say something, you just kind of piggyback on top of it. And kind of go on.
There is way too much vodka.
As
What?
if I haven't actually said it.
Well,
I noticed, because we were doing a talk this morning, we were doing a yard stream, on somebody's podcast.
Oh,
And,
yeah, marketing thing. Yeah.
I've noticed that, so I say something and then you're rah, 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 and then you just pretty much repeat what I just said.
I think I explode and enhance. That's my story, madam, and I'm sticking to it.
Explode and it.
Explore and explode.
Oh, they said explode.
And that as well. That's that damn... We're doing this vegan thing, and it's all beans and stuff, so exploding is part of the
A lot
job.
of exploding at the moment. Is there anything else in that second paragraph? Oh my God, it is going to... We can't possibly do a book
We
like
are. We're
this,
going to do the whole
paragraph by
book.
paragraph.
The whole book is going on tape.
Maybe we could just go on a little bit longer and just say... So the next bit is, you want things your way, and you've gone and married someone who wants things their way.
How dare they? That's all I can say.
So...
Isn't that pathetic that we expect, that I expect you just to go along with everything that I want to do and say?
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But it is... I guess it's just so much easier if I was married to someone who was just like, yes, let's do that, yes, to everything that I wanted to do. I mean, but then it would get really boring too, wouldn't it? Because they'd be just yes.
Yes, I think if you're both the same, it's really hard to get along. Unless, I think a lot of people get married, but they're out at work all day and diddly-do, and then the kids come along and they're doing that. And then suddenly, when the kids have gone at 18 and they're retired, they realise, I don't actually know these people. We've never really spent any time together. It's been busy, busy, busy.
Right.
Whereas I think we've been fortunate enough, because we work together, we've got nowhere to go. We've got nowhere to hide. All our little idiosyncrasies pop to the surface like boils.
Like warts.
Like warts that have to be squozed. No, my boil has to be squozen.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Isn't that disgusting? But it really is. We get everything out in the open. We talk about everything. No matter how uncomfortable or potentially dangerous, let's get it out. See what happens.
Is that why you fly
Fly us down. I knew you were going to say that. Disgusting.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have done surveys about that communication is key. And it's tough to communicate, really. It really is, because some things that we talk about will bring up stuff. Although I can't actually think of anything now. Maybe if you just carry on with your marriage, you're going to end up loving each other even more than when you started. I think that's true.
Sure, that
I do love you more today than when we started. And I keep telling myself that. So...
How horror? What a horror you are!
Oh God!
But it's true. Yeah, I think for a lot of people, we do get together because we think. I mean, I've noticed that this thing about old people, we don't really have to talk too much. In fact, we'll say the same thing exactly at the same time.
Oh my God!
Because we've been thinking exactly the same thing at the same time. A little scary.
Yeah. I think that does
But
happen.
we still argue and we still
We do.
bicker and we still fight.
Definitely.
It's wonderful.
Do you
It's
enjoy
wonderful.
fighting? Not really.
Well, I call it. I do like a good argument, so I'll throw something into the pot just to see how it explodes.
You bugger. I knew that you did that, but I'm glad that you've said that you do. No, you don't really, do you? Yeah, you do, don't you?
Well, I think, listen, for me, there's nothing better than sitting around a table with, 3 or 4 other couples or people, it doesn't have to be couples, with great food and great wine and discuss things.
Right.
So to discuss it, I will start it off by saying something that could then cause people to go, oh, now wait a minute, I don't think that, and off we go and it's wonderful.
Oh,
And we can have a
right,
good
right.
old natter about important things.
Yes.
And what's important? Nothing really. Life, kids, I don't know. Are kids important? Yeah, well, you got them, so yeah.
Yeah, they're very important. But I think that's one thing that we have done. One thing that we've done that's really worked is that we haven't necessarily put the kids first,
No, not.
I mean, the kids will probably go, right, Mum
No,
and
no,
Dad,
they've
which you
already
had
said
put
that.
us first sometimes.
If you talk to both of them, they know that it's you and I first.
Oh, God, that sounds a bit nasty, though.
No,
doesn't
no,
it?
no. Listen, kids grow up and go away.
Right.
Why would I put them first? You and I have got this journey to keep going until we pop off.
True.
You and I are important, right?
My God, Jeff, you're so... Oh, stop it, Val, stop.
Yes.
Um,
I'm surprised you haven't done your German accent yet, but never mind.
Shall I just read this a little bit more? Some people describe love and hate as opposite ends of a stick. To me,
We
that
did
feel...
that. We've
yeah,
already
did
done
we do that?
bit.
Well, how
Yes.
come... Jeez, what's going on then?
I don't know. Where are you?
I don't know. Anyway, well, tomorrow we're going to talk about something else.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
and then
what?
tomorrow there's a really rude word here that I don't know whether we can say it on Facebook Live, but
No.
you'll come tomorrow and you'll see if we do or not.
Well, yeah. It's interesting, the English language. It's been going for quite some time. And expletives and swear words are part of the rich English tapestry of the language. So I'm not particularly upset about using, 4-letter words and all this kind of thing, because Shakespeare used them. And before him, who?
Oh, Jesus, I
Who
don't
was
know.
before Shakespeare?
Well, many people were
The
before...
Canterbury Tales.
Oh, Chaucer.
Chaucer.
Because you
Right.
couldn't remember Chaucer.
Exactly.
God.
You're supposed to be there like a shot to say, oh, you mean Chaucer, darling. But no. I
But
get
Shakespeare
the point.
was very erudite because he would call a whorehouse a pie shop. So, but tomorrow...
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Anyway.
Right.
All right, well, so that's
Well,
it really.
where are we? We've only
Oh.
done about 12, 14, 18 minutes.
That's fine.
Is that enough?
Well, I think so. So what's the overall summary of this one then? That, love isn't a fairy tale. Marriage isn't a fairy tale.
No, it's lifing.
It's a good, jolly, rollicking journey. That's
Of
what
ups
it
and
is.
downs and in and out. Yes, it's the roller coaster of life.
A rollicking good,
Good.
journey.
Rollicking is such a lovely English
I
word.
love it.
Not sure what it means. It sounds slightly rude.
It
But
is.
anyway, a rollicking good roller coaster journey of being there. And if anybody's got any questions, please, it would be great if somebody said, well, how do you do this? And what do you do about that? And how do you stop an argument? And things like that. So hopefully as we get more and more people, because we seem to be getting more and more people, we can get you actually talking to us as well. Right?
You're so cute.
Thank you.
He is cute, isn't he?
Yes. Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, John.